What's going on, guys? Welcome to the NHL 17 closed beta review video by myself. What you're going to be seeing in this video is a walkthrough of the vanilla version 1 beta that came out in the closed beta yesterday on Wednesday. I played for about 3 hours, and so what I'm going to be doing is giving you kind of a walkthrough from the start, going from the opening title, going through the loading screens, setting up the game, giving you the experience as if you had the game yourself. I know there's a lot of people just cutting the clips, cutting the opening packs. What we're going to be doing is showing you everything you can expect if you did not get a chance to play the beta. So as you can see, we got Vladimir Tarasenko on the cover of NHL 17. Right when you click Let's Go and Play, work in progress in the bottom right corner, and look at all of this. User license agreement looks good, I read it all. And then here you can select your experience level, whether you're new, played a little bit, or you consider yourself to be an expert in the previous games. You can come in here, set your controls to skill stick is what I'm going to do. Difficulty of an all-star, you know, I find it a bit challenging, but I don't want to get my shit rocked early in the difficulty of the game. And then we're going to go preset number 3 as a competitive setting with the 4-minute periods, just like NHL 16. So we are moving on. And of course, we're selecting the Tampa Bay Lightning for my team, my home team, town favorite, and this is what you can see in the menu before you get into HUT. You can see EASHL, closed beta, the HUT, and then the online versus, as well as just new ways to update players and teams and how to customize those ones. So we're going to hop into HUT. That's the game mode that I fancy. We're going to name our team. Obviously, we are going to name it the Pack Rats. Obviously, that's what we did in the past. And the team abbreviation, we're going with Pack Daddy here. So we're going to open up this starter pack and see what we can get in these packs. Now, the pack animation is a little bit different. I like it. It's sharp, it's fresh, and you have to manually move over and select each card. So the suspense is going to build that way for the pack openings that we're going to be doing. It's a lot more intense and it's a lot more nerve-wracking because you could be getting screwed an entire pack opening video, and right as you hover over to that last player, you know, anything could happen. It's a good thing we're getting Jonathan Marchessault since he's no longer on the Tampa Bay Lightning, signed a 1-year deal with the Florida Panthers. Might have been 2 years, I'm not too sure about that one. But these are all of the players that we are getting, some jerseys, some left defensemen. As you can see, it's all NHL players. You're not getting bronzes to start this one out. Not sure if that's how it's going to be when the game actually drops, but I like having actual NHL players to start out my Division 10 race. I don't know who this guy is, Matthias Ohlund. He never played a game in the Lightning last year. And then we got Vasilevsky right here, just signed a 2-year contract with the Lightning. Love it. And Matt Carl, who we bought out and just signed with the Nashville Predators for $700,000 for 1 year. As you can see, the HUT daily rewards are back. Probably not going to be 1,000 coins every day, but I'm sure they'll fix it. So the first thing I wanted to get into was these sets. This is the mystery item that's going to be with NHL 17 that are replacing the collections from the last game that gave you untradeable cards. As you can see, there's 3 separate ones. One requires 1 card, 2, and 5 respectively. And the one we're going to be looking at in this video is the Beta Random Gold Rare Player. So what you have to do is you have to give away 2 cards to be discarded back into the system. Cards are trashed and you no longer have control of those, and then it's going to reward you with 1 rare player. And as you can see from this menu, it'll let you select players that are on your team and cards that are untradeable. Thought that was pretty cool. So what we're going to have to do is figure out what players we don't want, because I know we have a few extra, looking at all of these players in our lineup. So we're going to go ahead and figure out what we don't want. Looking at the original menu, this is what it looks like. It's a fresh look. Once again, I'm loving the contrast of the cards and the way the cards look. I think they're pretty sharp. But something weird, if you go from line 1 to line 2 and press the up arrow that you normally do on your controller, it's going to take you back to line 4. They flipped it. They like inverted the way you switch through cards. So that's something I absolutely hate. And as you can see here, this is the HUT Synergy, where it shows you which players have which attribute for the HUT Synergy to get that bonus, so you can keep track of players. If you're 3 out of 4 on the speedsters, go ahead and take Carl Hagelin, put him on the left wing and get that bonus. But we are going to substitute Calvin Pickard for Andre Vasilevsky, like a good homer that I am with the Tampa Bay squad, making things right once again in the Pack Daddy world. So once we got that figured out, we're going to go back and look at the packs. This is where we're going to be spending a lot of time in NHL 17 getting these packs. I am the Pack Daddy after all. There's a 1,500 and a 3,000 coin pack out right now. The 3000 has a little emblem of Ultimate Team, and we'll find about that in future episodes. What we're going to do now is we're going to assign these players to the set. So we're going through our collection. We're looking at players we don't want. I've already decided who I don't want on my team anymore, so we're taking that Colorado Avalanche goalie, we're throwing him towards the set, and we're picking up this second slot, and we're going to fill it with Matt Carle because, let's be honest, Matt Carle's on his way out of Tampa Bay. He is signed with Nashville now, so it just seems like a perfect fit that we are going to send him off to be with a new team and receive a better player in return. So as you see here, we've completed the set successfully completed, and you go over to the marketplace and find it in your unopened pack section, and there's our one card, gold rare player. And some of the odds of getting a good player in the beta are insanely high. It's never going to be this good, and you're most likely going to get an 86 overall or higher. And just like that, we're picking up an 86 overall Braden Shen, an upgraded card from last year. He was an 85. We're going to quickly swap him out. And then as I'm sitting here looking at the quick swap, I'm like, okay, I need to obviously put him up the line one. He's my best right winger on the team. So I'm going to sit here and choose one of these guys. And I swap him out, and I realized, I'm like, wait, what the crap? He went over to the left wing. So I found out that if you click at any spot, it automatically brings you to the left wing position. Doesn't matter if you're quick swapping a center or a right wing, it's starting off at the left wing, and that threw me for a loop, and I hated it. I hope they change that one before the game actually starts. But if you then click on player stats, it takes you to show you every single stat that they have, so you no longer have to go back to the main menu to look at player stats, so you can decide who you should put at center to win the most face-offs. So I think that's really cool, and it definitely helps out moving on. But we are going to get into some actual gameplay here. What's the point of the beta if you can't actually test out the gameplay? So some of the stuff we're going to be looking at is small things that I found that were absolutely awesome and brought a cool new feature to NHL 17. First off, in the top right corner, you can see my connection status. So you know that if your ISP is bugging out, you can come back in 15 minutes and try it again. So that's really cool that they're actually letting you monitor and see your network status, so you know that you're not about to go into a terrible game that's going to lag the whole time. So right off the bat, what I realized with the gameplay is that poke checks and stick lifts are pretty OP this year, and you need to be careful what you do because you'll get a lot of penalties that way. Defensive players seemingly do a pretty good job trying to keep the puck in the zone, and all of the shots that the players release are a lot more realistic, the speed at which they do it. The gameplay is pretty smooth though. The controls are mostly the same. I say mostly because I really haven't explored the deep details of it. And as you can see there, the goalie continued to slide after making the play. That was pretty cool. Point shots are absolute cannons this year. Every single player has an absolute laser until you don't hit the puck with your stick, and then it just kind of stays there. So as you can see here with the players is that they seemingly have pretty good awareness of where the blue line is and try to keep the puck from going offside. So that was pretty cool to see. And the change line menu in the bottom left, as well as the changing strategy, is pretty much the same. There's a little bit different color scheme going on, but overall still a clean look to it. As you come here, you see some of the new animations with the goalie. He goes high with his glove hand to stop that puck. That probably would have been a snipe before. And look at this, new penalty, a cross check. I hadn't seen that one in NHL 16. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I think it's what it is that net front battle. He took it to the corner and cross checked my guy. Not going to have those. As you can see, a new blocker save. He just snaps it into position, much like a real NHL goalie. But just some of the shots and some of the saves that the goalie do just seems so much more realistic and so much more authentic. You know, with the rebounds, the one-timers, the way that the goalie's leg pads snap out, just how one-timers bounce off the goalie. It seems a lot cooler. And 2 seconds left here. Make a rip on the goalie, not going to find it. And I don't know if this was convenience, but the goalie's just like, damn, I'm tired. End of the first game, end of the first period, it was an onslaught at that one. So looking at the intermission menu, you see we got black and white. The contrast is heavy right here. I like it though. It looks clean, it looks fresh, just like normal. You can still see your connection status up in the top right with your one timeout that you get in this game. It's no longer 3 timeouts, you get 1 timeout per game. They give you the actual percentage of what you're doing right now. I don't know what it is where 49% is a C, but I'd like to join that school. And Vasilevsky right there sliding across the crease. I think it's cool that the momentum is actually carrying around, and as you can see, my defense being aware of where the blue line is and actually doing a good job positioning his body and staying in the zone. But here's some more evidence of stick lifts and poke checks being just a little bit too OP right now. And what's a good Pack Daddy video without somebody getting absolutely smoked right there? It's good stuff. But the dangles are still there. People still love missing the wide open nets when you feed him a perfect pass to the open side. And then the weird glitch where the puck is not there anymore, but the player still tries to shoot it is also going on. But overall, loving the hits in this game. Sometimes it can be a bit excessive. The check from behind can send your guy flying to the ice. But overall, it's pretty well balanced. I enjoy the big hits. But once again, everyone can rip some shots, and it is so much fun to shoot with anybody. So you see here, we're going on the penalty shots, the first one. So I'm not skipping the animation. I want to see the similarities, the differences between this game and last game. Maybe there's some new animations. So it's really something that I'm trying to keep an eye on. Something new happening there at the player. The goalie is still looking over at the ref, giving him, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for this guy to score on me. And then all of a sudden it gets to the camera angle and I'm like, what the crap is this? I forgot to switch settings. I have no depth perception. I run straight into his goalie. I would have preferred this camera angle to be a little bit better, but I was like, dang it. Well, there's a wasted shot at my first goal in NHL 17. Still haven't scored yet, but the goalie, though, is making big saves. I take it up to the point, take it wide, take it to the inside, and then I throw it far side on the ground. Can't tell you how many times I've actually scored a goal far side on the ground, but it looks like in NHL 17 you really got to shoot for any part of the net. You really got to go back to basics. Just shoot how it would happen in the NHL, and it's pretty cool. And the rebounds in NHL 17, I've started to find out, are insanely juicy. You really want to be around the net when rebounds go in. As you see there, he buries one, ties it up 1-1 near the end of the second period. And you'll see a few more goals in this game of rebounds being absolutely insane. Maybe it's the low stats we have on these goalies, but it was definitely cool. Marchessault here, you see a neat animation when he goes to play the puck after he sprints into the corner. And then here's some evidence right there. I was trying to throw it over for the 1T, but that net front battle disallowed me from actually getting the shot off. So that was pretty cool to see. So end of the second period, and the gameplay is pretty fun overall. You know, I feel it's a little bit slower. The passing could be a little bit better, as you see here. Try to hit the man, leaving the zone, throws it right to his point. Get the puck back, throw to the guy at the red line, throws it to the boards. Like, come on. Skirmish in the corner here. Gonna get the puck back, take it out front on his goalie, throw it up. Juicy rebound. Casey Cizikas is there to bury that one, and we're going up 2-1. Now it's my turn for the cool animation. I saw his guy do it when he scored, so we're going past the Tampa Bay bench and giving those fist pumps to everybody. Everyone's hyped. It's pretty cool. I like the new animation. And then we're here throwing it on net. He gets impatient, throws it out. Jonathan Marchessault is there. He's ready to celebrate with this one. We're going up 3-1, and now it's his time to go give fist bumps, and he just lackadaisically just, yeah, you guys traded me. Yeah, I'm in Florida Panthers now, you bastards. And then one last one squeaks by his goalie. 4 minutes and 31 seconds left to go in the third period, and he has had enough in Pack Daddy fashion. We have a rage quitter for our first game in the beta. It's only fitting at this point. I think it was cool. So he lost the connection. He is out of here, and then I see there's a thing called network performance at the end of the game. So you can go in here and check and see the highest rated ping, the lowest ping, and about the average time and what the current is, which is so cool to see, because you can see, you know, was it your fault? Was it their fault? You know, was it EA's fault? I think this is really cool, and I really love seeing, you know, some network display when I do this. You go into the action tracker, and most of the stuff is still there. You know, everything's pretty similar to what it was on NHL 17. You can go up here, and I was just curious. I was looking at the face-off chart here, and shows you the zones and how many you won. Then the net chart, something I found at the end of NHL 16, thought was really cool, shows you the shot placement. As you can see, at the end of the game, I got a 1,500 puck bonus, 1,000 pucks for completing a game, so that's pretty cool. But that is going to do it for this episode of my NHL 17 HUT Beta review. And I did record 3 hours of gameplay, so I'll be releasing more episodes. So please go ahead, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, this is Pack Daddy. I'm out.